I've worked in this industry my whole life, and yeah, I still, have memories of when I was a child. I used to go with my dad to the auction whenever he would go to buy cars, and I would just sit at the little cafeteria and just kind of watch him do his thing. My knowledge about this industry really kind of, it just kind of blew up, and everything was like, wow, and I just took a really big interest in it. So we do have lots of commercial vans available, both passenger and cargo vans. So, if you're a business that needs a commercial van, we have tons and tons of options available. A lot of people don't really consider pickup trucks commercial vehicles, but the heavy-duty pickup trucks actually do fall into the commercial category. So we do have both heavy-duty and light-duty trucks available. So if you are using your vehicle for work, you can actually write off up to $800 per month for lease payments. The market is very interesting right now. What's happening is there is a very high demand for vehicles and there's a very low supply.
Right. Welcome to Khas, Mulakat. We are in the studio today with Jeven of Suki Bath Motors. Jeven, welcome.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, so you're the general manager at Suki Bath Motors.
I sure am.
That's amazing. We've talked about this before. You've got 2 locations, actually a 3rd location, and a 4th possibly.
Yes.
Tell us all of the exciting things that are happening at Suki Bath Motors.
Yeah. Well, it's been an exciting few years, especially during COVID. Some of you know that we did expand during COVID, which is kind of crazy, when I think about it. But we did open up our truck center location during COVID, so that was super exciting. And we are in the works of opening up another location. I won't reveal too much information, but we are definitely looking in the Langley area, so
we'll stay tuned.
We'll stay tuned, yeah. But Langley, you might be seeing a little bit more of Suki Bath Motors in the near future. Yeah,
it's great because whenever I drive around, my route is usually up Fraser Highway. Anyways, I'm heading from Langley area to Surrey, and I see so many Suki Bath license plates, and it makes me actually very happy because you've been in business how many years now?
Oh, well, my father started this business, and he's been in this industry for 40 plus years.
Right, before you were even born.
Before I was born.
Yeah, and then you grew up learning the business.
Absolutely, yeah. I always joke around with people when they ask me, and I always say my resume is like this big. Yeah. I really have had no other, job. I've always just been a part of the family business. I've worked in this industry my whole life, and I still, have memories of when I was a child. I used to go with my dad to the auction whenever he would go to buy cars, and I would just sit at the little cafeteria and just kind of watch him do his thing. I've had pretty much every position in a dealership. So, I was the receptionist, I was the clerk. I would just put files away all day, then answering calls, and then I slowly got into the finance office where I became a finance manager, and that's kind of really where my knowledge about this industry really kind of it just kind of blew up, and everything was like, wow, and I just took a really big interest in it. And so that's where I kind of learned a lot of my knowledge from. And then now I am in general management with my father. That's so right. We are managing it together, and hopefully now we're going to be, myself and my brother, we're the next generation to take over of the family business. And here we are.
Well, the fact that you've done all these different roles within the company, you're obviously a great candidate to be the general manager, so it makes complete sense. So we're talking about the truck center now, and there's so many, we've been there many times, live on air. And at Suki Bath Truck Center, what kind of makes and models do you carry? Because our public that's watching might be interested in getting a vehicle for their business.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've actually brought along a bunch of detailed notes because I really kind of wanted to take a deep dive into this and go through. So I'm going to be referring to some of these notes here. But for the inventory, specifically at the truck center, we do have a lot of commercial vans. So we can start off with talking about those. So we do have lots of commercial vans available, both passenger and cargo vans. So, if you're a business that needs a commercial van, we have tons and tons of options available. Okay. And I will say that they're very hard to come by right now. There's a lot of I tell customers, like, if you go anywhere in Surrey, you just stand on the side of the street and you see cars driving by, you won't actually, if you're not paying attention, you may not notice it, but if you're actually paying attention, just focus on how many businesses you see driving by, like names of businesses on different vehicles.
Right.
And, Surrey is just, there's so much opportunities, there's so many in businesses, there's so many self-employed, especially in the Punjabi community. Yeah. And sometimes, like, we're located on Fraser Highway, and I'll just stand there and I'll just look at vehicles. It's unbelievable, actually, how many small businesses there are just within our own city. So there's definitely a high demand for some of these commercial vehicles. Yeah. And so we have lots of vehicles such as the Sprinter, the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van. That's the most popular one. Yeah. But we do have other ones such as the Ford Transit, the Ram ProMaster. So if you have like a company, like a plumbing company, a low voltage company, and electric companies, these are the types of vans that could be perfect for your business, right? So we do have lots of those available. Next, I'll move on to, we have 3 and 5 ton trucks. Okay. So with various lengths of boxes available, and then we also have the 3 and 5 ton trucks available with both the refrigeration unit and without. So this is perfect for if you have like a catering business,
right. Like
or
a food truck,
food transport, a food truck, and you need a refrigeration unit to keep it keep the food cold, right? So we do have some of those available, and those are really hot. So usually those sell pretty quick. So if you're looking for one, don't wait too long on it. And then we also have ones without, right? So, these are perfect for if you have maybe like a cabinet company or a moving company or any kind of transport company. Yeah. That's a good option for you as well. And again, these come in different manufacturers, Freightliners, Hinos, Isuzus, various different models. And then last but not least is our pickup trucks. So a lot of people don't really consider pickup trucks commercial vehicles, but the heavy duty pickup trucks actually do fall into the commercial category. So we do have both heavy duty and light duty trucks available. So, okay. If you are looking for a higher towing capacity, maybe you need to tow your motorhome or something like that. Yep. So we do have lots of heavy duty pickup trucks available. And then we also have the light duty available as well too. So it just depends on, what your needs are, what your company's needs are, or maybe what your own personal needs are. And I think we have something for everybody at City Bath Motors.
So you do financing for, your customers, which is like such a bonus when we're, shopping for a vehicle. The fact that you can provide them financing and always a solution to any problem that they have.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. So do you provide commercial leasing for new companies?
We do, yeah. And I actually brought in, again, I'm just going to refer to some of my notes here.
Of course.
We do commercial leasing, leasing for non-commercial vehicles. We do have that available. Okay. So, again, it just depends on your situation. For some people, financing might be a better option, but for other people, leasing might be a better option.
When they have a business, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. If you're self-employed, if you have your own business, a lot of people tend to go with the leasing side. And that's just because there are a lot of pros to going with the leasing, which I'll kind of cover here. Okay. If you are looking for, leasing, leasing is a great option if you're like me and you like to change your car frequently.
Right.
Typically, if you're a lease customer, you're looking at every 2 to 3 years, maybe even less sometimes. Right. So if you like changing your vehicle often and you don't want to commit to one for too long, lease is a great option for you. Okay. Another advantage to leasing is that they do have typically what we see as lease payments are usually a lot smaller than finance. Well, not a lot smaller, but they are a bit smaller than finance payments. So a little bit more affordable for you. Right. And if you are using your vehicle vehicle for work, you can actually write off up to $800 per month for lease payments. So
That's amazing.
It is,
That's
yeah.
almost probably the entire payment, it sounds
Absolutely.
like.
In some cases, yeah, it is. So yeah, a lot of customers, if they are self-employed, if you have your own business, they do go with the lease option just for this one specific reason, because $800 is, that's a lot of savings, right?
Of course, yeah.
So again, it's just more savings for you. And then, a lot of competitive interest rates available for leasing as well too. So again, if you're not sure whether leasing is the right option for you or whether you should go with financing, definitely come in, sit with our team. We'd be happy to go through, both sides for you. And, again, this is just leasing, but there's also a lot of advantages to financing too. But what we typically find for commercial vehicles, commercial leasing, is that leasing typically outweighs financing. Yeah, it's the way to go.
So as you're talking about, changing cars, that kind of got my interest. What about cars and SUVs? Do you provide leasing for that as well?
Absolutely, we do. Yeah.
Okay.
So again, if you're not looking for a commercial vehicle, we do have leasing available for non-commercial vehicles as well. Okay. And again, very competitive interest rates, low monthly payments. So yeah, again, it's just a win-win situation all around.
Okay, so there's been an inventory shortage highlighted by other various news outlets earlier this week. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, actually, it's been an interesting week. There was an article that's been kind of going around, and I was contacted by various news outlets this week. It's been a busy week.
Yes.
And actually, I'll kind of briefly explain what the article was about. There's a woman who listed her vehicle for sale. I believe it was either on Marketplace or maybe it was on Kijiji or something like that.
Yep.
And anyways, she had a Jeep, and her Jeep had major issues. Like there was major mechanical issue, something was wrong with the engine.
Okay.
And in her ad, she very clearly, very honestly, she's very upfront about it. She, mentioned all of that.
Full disclosure.
Full disclosure.
Okay.
And which is the responsible thing to do.
Right, yeah.
And, she said, I have this Jeep. It needs a lot of work. These are the problems. And I think she listed it for about, I think it was $7,000.
Okay.
And anyways, long story short, she got a bunch of offers way above asking price. I think her highest offer was for about $10,000.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of the news outlets this caught their attention, and they were like, well, what's going on with the market that someone would be willing to give $10,000 on a vehicle that it's not even running?
Yeah, exactly.
So so the reason for that is the market is very interesting right now. What's happening is there is a very high demand for vehicles, and there's a very low supply.
Right.
So the reason why there's such a low supply, and there has been since basically COVID, hit.
Right.
The reason why there's such a low supply is because there's two main reasons. The first one is that there is a shortage of chips, so vehicle chips which go inside the vehicle. There's a global shortage actually of these chips, and these are required in many vehicles.
Okay.
And the problem is that a lot of these chips are manufactured in China and Taiwan. So when COVID happened, because of the big disruption in supply chains,
Right.
This has caused a huge issue for a lot of car manufacturers.
Right.
And so what's happened is either their production slowed down, or in some cases it completely stopped.
Right.
And what happened is now that there's still a big demand for these vehicles, but cars were just simply not being made quick enough.
Right.
So what's, consumers have been affected, customers have been affected, manufacturers have been affected, dealerships have been affected by this. And so now what's happening in the market is that people are willing to pay, above and beyond for a vehicle.
That doesn't even work.
Exactly. Yeah, that doesn't even work in some cases.
Yeah.
And so, what I like to remind customers is that, even if you see something posted online, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get it at that price, because probably there's someone out there that's already put in a higher bid.
Right.
And of course, you know, the seller is going to go with whoever gives them the most amount of money, right?
Right. And not just that, but of course this lady gave full disclosure saying this is just
Absolutely.
not, you know, workable, but people are still bidding on it. What I like about Sukibath Motors is that you've got that peace of mind.
Yeah.
You know that you're going to a reputable place to get a vehicle, even if it is, you know, a used vehicle, you're still getting something that still is possibly under warranty.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, and we've talked about this a few different
Yes.
times at our live on locations, the benefits of buying at a dealership versus privately. So yeah, you're absolutely right. And you know, some customers that, you know, they think, you know, should I buy a used vehicle or should I buy a new vehicle? Well, this, you know, this is the reason why there's, you know, a big shortage at new car dealerships. So if you go to, you know, some of these bigger names, they don't have much inventory.
Right.
So, you know, that's, you know, when you come to Sukibath Motors, we're not used to, even us as staff, even myself, you know, I've been working in this industry for a while. When I see the price of vehicles now, it's kind of weird because vehicles are supposed to depreciate over time.
Right.
What I've seen in the last 2 years is it's almost like reverse, like
Yeah,
prices are going
correcting
up.
itself somehow.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
odd.
it's really crazy. But you know, I've been asked by a few people what my thoughts are on what's going to happen with the market, and I really think that. I think the market will settle down, but I think it's going to take a bit of time.
Right.
Easily, you know, another year and a half.
Yeah.
And I think prices will go down, but I don't think they're going to go down as much as we've anticipated.
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of my guess, but
Yeah.
you know, who knows?
Well, with COVID, everything's kind of skewed. You know, in every industry, it's been affected by COVID, and I find it like, you know, like congratulations to you and Sukibath Motors
Thank you.
because during COVID, you would expect that you'd have less business, but you guys were thriving right through COVID, which is amazing. And the other thing I wanted to point out is that if people are looking for a vehicle, and there is a shortage obviously now, they can still find it through you because you guys source your vehicles and you won't stop until you find that specific vehicle that somebody wants.
Absolutely, yeah. And you know, I was chatting even earlier with some of my staff, and what I will say to consumers is that I know some of you are looking for a specific model. You want, you know, that specific color, maybe
Right.
that specific trim or package. But what I can say from experience is that yes, we will try our absolute best to get that vehicle for you.
Right.
But do keep in mind what's happening with the market right now. It's not really the best time to be picky, choosy, right?
Right.
But definitely, you know, our staff will try our best to get, you know, whatever vehicle that you want. And, you know, we have a whole team dedicated to doing that. All they do is just sit at a computer all day and,
Yeah.
you know, they're looking for vehicles across Canada, whether it's a commercial vehicle or, you know, even a non-commercial vehicles, and even into the U.S. as well, too. You know, we're buying commercial vehicles from there as well, too, now, which we've never done before in our history. But again, it's just another way that we've adjusted with COVID. So, yeah, don't be too picky, don't be too choosy.
Yeah, exactly. So it's probably a good idea for consumers to go, okay, this is my number one choice, this is my number two choice, and then this is my number three choice. That way
Absolutely.
they've got a little bit more leeway on.
Yeah. It's always good to have a few, you know, 3 options is kind of a good number.
Yeah.
And, you know, depending on the availability, you can, you know, make a choice and kind of go from there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the Truck Center, this weekend, we are there live on air.
Yes.
What kinds of specials can our viewers expect?
Yes. So the exciting part.
Yes, yes.
So for a limited time only, actually for this weekend only, we've discounted all of our commercial vehicles by up to $5,000.
Oh my goodness, that's quite a savings. Okay.
Yes,
that's
it's
great.
a huge savings. Actually, we've never done anything like this before.
Okay.
And yeah, up to $5,000 on all various commercial models.
Okay.
And again, that's just for this weekend only. So, you know, if you are in the market for a commercial vehicle, maybe you're looking something for your business or maybe, you know, a pickup truck for your own personal use, this weekend is the time to come in and to get it, right? So, you know, and our staff at the Sukibath Motors Truck Center is a little bit different from our main branch. Our main branch carries a lot of non-commercial vehicles, but at the Truck Center, our staff is fully trained. They're very knowledgeable about, you know, the commercial vehicles. So if you are, you know, you need to know specifications, which is really important in some of these commercial vehicles. Like
Right.
you need to know, what's the towing capacity on a certain vehicle.
Yeah.
Our staff is fully trained for that, and they're willing to sit down with you, go through everything, listen to what your requirements are, what your business's requirements are, and help you make, an informed decision, right? Yeah.
We often talk about this on air. I mean, we have a lot of conversations around the fact that you do like a needs analysis of like, what does this person require for their business? What kind of equipment will they have? How many people are they going to be taking to work with them? That kind of thing. How far are they traveling? Like every detail you guys look through.
Well, these are important details,
Of
right?
course.
And sometimes when we're in a buying mode, we tend to forget some of these details, but that's what we're here for, is to really listen to you and what your needs are and help you make the right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is when somebody has a business, they're focused on their business.
Absolutely.
And your business is actually making sure they get the right vehicle.
Yeah, yeah. And I can tell you as a business owner that, sometimes we don't have time for, all of that, right?
Yeah.
Because we're so busy with running your own business, right? And so, you may not have the time to look at every single model and learn about it and all the specifications. So again, that's what we're here for, is to help you out to make your lives easier and, do the homework for you, so to speak. And just help you and, get you into a vehicle that you love, that your business will love, that will hopefully help you generate revenue for your business. And it's always great meeting business owners because, it's just great to be part of their journey and to see them, their businesses grow and expand. And, I love when they come in, they tell us about, their business and where they're at and how they're growing or how they're expanding. So yeah, it's just nice to meet clients like that. And it's always, it almost becomes like a little personal thing.
Well, I know that you have a lot of repeat customers, so you might have like over generations. I mean, way before you were even born, your dad was in this business, developing relationships. And at the end of the day, I mean, anything that happens in life is all about relationships. And, you can see the heart in the whole operation. You see it in all of the staff. I mean, you've got a lot of family there as well. But the staff is like family, it seems, because everybody's got that same smile and they're at work, which is kind of unheard of.
Yeah. Actually, one of our slogans at Sukibath Motors is building relationships one customer at a time. And obviously the slogan is, meant for customers, but I also apply it for the staff as well, too. You've been there many times and most of the staff too now. And we're very much, a family business. It's almost like, you're right. When you come to work, it doesn't even feel like you're at work because, when there's such a loving environment and when you work with people who are very passionate about what they do, it just makes it all the more better for everyone, for me as a business owner, for the staff, for the consumer. It just makes for a really happy experience, and that's that's what we're all about.
Yes, and that's exactly my point, is not only is the staff really happy, but you have those repeat generational customers because they're happy.
Absolutely.
So it's like a whole community is just, they can trust you because they know that what they're going to be driving is going to be safe for their family or their business and that kind of thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Jeven, thank you for joining us today.
I'm
going to get you to just one last comment for our viewers who are your customers that are watching.
Sure.
So you can just look right in that camera over there and give them a final message.
Thank you so much for your continued support over the years. Last weekend was amazing. We had our $10,000 Vasaki giveaway. And we had so much fun with that. So thank you to everyone who participated in that contest, and congratulations to all the finalists. And of course, congratulations to our lucky winner for that $10,000 Vasaki draw. Hopefully we'll be having another contest soon, so keep your eyes open for that. And thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow at Live on Location at the Sukibath Motors Truck Center, 15284 Fleetwood Drive. And if you have any questions or you'd like to get in touch with our team, you can give us a call at 604-580-1000. And if you want to check out some of our inventory online, everything is on our website. We have photos, we have videos of almost every single piece of inventory that we have. So you can check us out at sukibathmotors.com, and that will have the inventory for both our main branch and for the the truck center. So yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow.
Wonderful. Yeah, good luck tomorrow, and I will be there, and hopefully our viewers will also see
Awesome.
us there. Thank you
Great.
so much,
Thank
Jeven.
you, Sonia.
Thank you. That was our show today of Khas Mulakat. We will see you next time. Keep watching Sanjha TV.